Yeah, that what the hell going on here, man. It's the controversial Best of Swoops show, and I'm here with my two lovely co-hosts, uh, the beautiful and always controversial Christine, and the boisterous, slowly maturing, need more whores, Best. How y'all feeling this week, man?
I'm tired as hell.
Yeah, you was at ZQ party last night, wasn't you?
I'm tired of partying. I've been partying every weekend and
Hey,
shit.
man, I feel it. I feel it. Christine, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. How you feeling?
I'm chilling. I've been enjoying. Well, I've been at work, and then podcasting, so working all these last few days. But I've been feeling good. I got my rest, got my routine, got me some new books, drinking my tea, staying out the motherfucking way, and I have my way out here, so I can't complain. Oh yeah, and I forgot to introduce myself. I am your favorite co-host, best podder in the world, and the overweight lover, Vis Swoops. Slowly losing weight though. I've been in the gym getting right. You feel me?
Oh,
Getting
I
in.
forgot the biggest thing.
You said what? Oh,
I
the
forgot,
new
I got
camera,
two,
new
two
camera,
new cameras.
two new
Oh,
cameras. Okay, best check you out, man. Where we starting this week, man? Because it's been a lot of things going on. A lot of things. Do we want to start with no jumper? Do we want to start with Troy Ave?
Let's start off with no jumper, bro.
Let's start off with no jumper. Best break is down.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what's going on in no jumper office, but there's been a lot of shit going on. Adam 22, first off, fired one of his co-hosts, Lush, because he felt like Lush went on air. I mean, not on, he went on Discord and told some secrets that weren't supposed to be told, or he was secret this to one of his other employees. And I got back to Discord, so that started a whole bunch of tension, being that led to his co-host leaving the show because he felt like Adam 22 went behind his back and talked about him to another co-host, so he left the show. And when he
Yeah,
left the show, I
that's
think
why he
like three other
fired.
members,
That's why he fired Lush, right?
yeah, he fired Lush.
On air.
And I guess that made AD and somebody else again. It's one other dude name. I forgot
Eight
bro
people
name.
left. Eight of them left.
8 people from No Jumper left off the show. So
8 people left.
so now a lot of people believe Adam 22 is a culture vulture because he did everything he could do with hip hop. His views are not doing as much, so they feel like he used the culture because not all his interviews are about politics. He got transgender interviewing people that might not mess with that crowd. Like that's the type of interviews he's in right now. He ain't been trying to do too much hip hop, so a lot of
Yeah,
people
so
like
he's
Joe
a
Budden, like he a hip hop culture. He what's the word I'm looking for?
culture vulture. Culture
Culture vulture.
vulture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
So I didn't get to watch the whole M thing that you talked about seeing and whatnot on there. They got into a lot. But it comes back to remember a couple weeks ago. I want to say probably about a month ago that Adam 22 did the Joe Budden podcast and did an interview. Everybody was killing him, saying, "Oh well, Joe and him is attacking him. He's for the culture. He's for the this and that." Well, all the hip hop shows are going now.
Yeah, because they're not doing as good no more. So
It's not. Is it that they're not doing as good anymore, or is it because Adam 22 is not of the culture?
it's both. It's
So,
both.
so he's a person again. He's content over everything kind of guy. He's a person that's driven by the numbers, and by the numbers makes more success for him. So
Yeah.
it's never been about hip hop for Adam 22. And I don't dislike Adam 22. I think No Jumper what he
It's
did, what
but you
started
gotta
was
look at
cool.
from it's a business move.
It is a business move, but again, you came into the business eating of somebody else's culture. And then when it wasn't no longer sufficing you, you threw it to the wayside. That's like us getting into something and talking about women's rights as a podcast. You feel me? And then the minute we blow up, we just start doing Kevin Samuels type stuff. I mean, not knocking Kevin Samuels, but you know how women feel. He's very polarizing, or Andrew Tate type stuff. But we was a women's rights podcast, or we was a women's rights platform. So it's backlash that comes from those communities because you used us to get where you wanted to go, and then you no longer want to deal with us.
And I ain't gonna lie, I totally understand that, but could it be like, because I ain't gonna lie, I'm trying to see from his perspective too. Could it
For
be
what?
that like you're
why do we have to see it from his perspective when he's a minority in a culture already where majority of us don't eat off of our stuff? Who are the people that actually make the real money in hip hop? It's not black people. We keeping it on it.
Yeah,
so
but
Adam 22 came in as a non-black person eating off of black people, and then when he no longer wanted to do what he felt would suffice for him, he went another route.
But who put him in a position?
What you mean who put him in a position?
Listen. A lot of them same people that we saying like, oh, he ate off our culture. They're turning down black people interviews. They don't want to go to the Breakfast Club. They don't want to go to
That's cap. Everybody want to go to the Breakfast
I ain't
Club.
gonna say they want to go to the Breakfast. But they ran forward Adam 22. Then they ran
because
forward
Adam 22 has certain connections and he already has something popular going. He only took what he was doing there and the money he generated from that BMX and shit and brought it over to hip hop, where it's a lower bar of entry. It's the lowest bar of entry to become a celebrity anywhere. It's getting into the hip hop industry. You don't need much. The bar of entry is super low. All you need is a laptop, Fruity Loops or whatever you use, and you can record a whole song and put it on SoundCloud and just make it look okay. On a low budget side, it costs less than $500 to be a rapper. On a low budget side,
but, listen, I'm not taking nothing away from him being a controversial. But I'm just saying, them same people, them same rappers that are saying shit like that, when they was on the uprise, they not giving low. Like when he was on the uprise, like I'm saying, he's still building his platform. They turned out other platforms to go out No Jumper
because they was already more successful.
But then they got
like again, No Jumper, right? No, you saying they turning down his joint, but he had connections. It was in LA, and like it's not like he was some run of the mill person that came out of nowhere. He had connections already. So you're gonna go where people have connections and more where certain eyes will view you. Yeah, they can give us an interview. You feel me? And we have connections now, but on a come up, it was a little different when it's I see this person outside every day. What connections does he have? Versus flying to LA, sitting down with Adam 22 in his studio, and this, that, and the third. You're saying they was giving him that because he presented it a certain way. At the end of the day, he knew what he was doing. He got what he wanted, and then he said, I'm done with this. I'm going to somewhere else. And that would make him a culture vulture. Leo Cohen, people try to call him a culture vulture. He never left the culture. All he does is for hip-hop.
So
it ain't even about a black or white thing. It's about doing for hip-hop. Adam 22 didn't care for hip-hop. He cared for how popular it was and what he can get out of it, which is fine.
Okay, let me ask you this. As long as Vlad TV's been doing it, are you considering him a culture vulture, even though he's been doing it 20 plus years?
Do I consider Vlad a culture vulture?
Yeah, because he's been doing it for 20 plus years.
His platform has been about hip hop the entire time. Hip hop and street culture. Whether how I like his delivery or not, the content hasn't changed. Everything's elevated, but the content hasn't changed at all.
I ain't gonna necessarily say Adam 22 start off. No, I'm not trying to root for him or nothing like that.
Bro, you keep forgetting the origin of his shit come from doing a BMX magazine or whatever. That's where his shit come from.
Yeah, and
he made mad money off of doing that shit.
And that was kind of the SoundCloud that kind of intertwined with.
He wasn't doing SoundCloud shit. BMX and SoundCloud don't got shit to do with one another.
No, but the SoundCloud rappers be on that BMX dirt.
Some of them niggas do. He was doing a BMX magazine for niggas that were pro BMX bike riders and shit, bro. That be doing go to the fest. That was before the SoundCloud shit. He was doing that. That's how he made his bones. Nobody's knocking him for that. But we're not gonna sit here and say he came into hip hop because he came in because he loved hip hop, bro. Again, we could compare to people that they call culture vultures. Leo Cohen. Leo Cohen says, if you cut me, I bleed. Sucker MCs. Run DMC. He a hip hop nigga to the core. Not about him being white or nothing. He's hip hop. Adam 22 is not hip hop to the core. Hip hop is the most popular genre in the world. That's what it is. The culture is the most popular culture in the world. That's why he does it. Because it's gonna garner eyes. Everybody want to be a rapper. People gonna pay him to do them interviews. Because they want to be seen. They want eyes on them. Look good. I'm going to have to base my shit out of LA. A lot of them people that he was getting on them shows and stuff came from guys like AD, Lush, and all of them who had their connections. Because everybody's looked at Adam 22 as always this white dude that be doing the interviews. He used people. I'm not saying people don't use people to get ahead. They do. But then he gets slapped with the term culture vulture. Does it make it true? Absolutely.
So where do you think he goes from here? Now you feel like
he's gonna go wherever he wants to go, because that's where he wants to be. He doesn't want to be of hip hop anymore. I don't think this was never his destination or his end stop. It was to be bigger than this.
I agree. I always feel like he wanted, because he was doing porn with it. He was interviewing favorite rappers, but he used it till he couldn't use it no more. Now he's elevated. People say, I'm not mad at him. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to use shit till you can't use it no more and grow. I ain't mad at him. I ain't gonna lie.
Because, but then again, that also ruins how people view you in this business. This business is about relationships. If you use people and throw them to the wayside, same people that you pass on the way going up, you're gonna pass on the way down, and you may need them one day. So that, I'm gonna use people to the all right, cool. Let's see how that works for you in the long run. Not to mention, on top of the facts, he has these allegations of dealing with underage women.
Now about that, I keep seeing that, I watched the full interview. I guess he didn't deal with underage women. Is he met her when he was like 20 something, she was 16, but they never had no. No, listen.
And he said to his thing that they didn't have no things. So other people are viewing it as he was grooming her. He waited till she became of age to deal with her. Similar to what people said about Tyga. Similar to what people said about Tyga and Kylie Jenner.
He said he had no interaction with her to like
again, we can't prove that. That's he say, she say. I'm not gonna say he did. I'm not gonna say he didn't.
And that's a fact.
We don't know.
But I ain't gonna just put that on somebody because I gotta.
I'm not putting nothing on nobody. But at the end of the day, that's hearsay. I don't go for hearsay. I don't. At this point, I'll say I don't know.
I want to hear what the girl got to say about that. Like,
but it's not going to prove anything. It's just going to be two people telling two different sides. We actually need proof, but also you have Lil Pump coming out saying that Adam 22 was fucking the same girls as him when he got popping. This was a whole different time, other than when this alleged situation happened.
No. Like, Lil Pump said that's you watched the Joe Budden interview. He said that's the same girl that he's getting accused on the tour. Mm-hmm. You watched the Joe Budden interview that happened during the Lil Pump tour.
So who knows?
But academics said y'all been knew this. Don't use it like y'all been knew this and everybody know this. Don't use it now that like.
What you mean? They did it to R. Kelly how many years later? Fuck. I like act. Fuck what you talking about, bro. It don't matter if you nasty, nigga. You nasty. Don't matter if it happened 20 years ago or 2 days ago, bro. That's nasty. The fuck are we talking about here?
I definitely think it's nasty.
Like, and academics is the same one saying that made them crazy tweets about Bad Baby when she was under 18, bro. I fuck with act, but we gotta call a spade a spade. Certain niggas, when it comes to certain shit, I don't want to hear what the fuck you gotta say. Because you a nasty nigga. Or you've done nasty shit. Like, I'm not making no excuses. The allegation is fucked up. Like, I'm not saying boy did it, I'm not saying boy didn't, but that's a wild accusation to have on you. And have multiple people say this thing. There's a court case because the girl pressed charges. So there's no point of hearing her side. She pressed charges.
Who, what girl?
The one that said he raped her. That's the reason why the shit came out. We forgot? They did go to court. She said that. It came out.
So what happened? What was the final
judgment? I don't know. I didn't look that far into it. I'm not saying I don't like Adam 22. I just don't deal with no jumper. They don't have stuff on it that I like to see. So I'm not invested into who Adam 22 is. So all them guys over there that left the network, wish them the best. And yeah.
Great ad, man. Your boy took this. I ain't gonna say your boy because you was
arguing. My boy.
You was arguing that nigga on Twitter. That nigga took the stand, but I ain't gonna lie, I don't know why. That's another situation. I don't know why everybody acted all surprised. He told y'all in his song, "I'm gonna take the stand," but he trying to say he not snitching. He's telling the truth. He's defending himself. But I feel like the lifestyle you signed up for, even if you are defending yourself, niggas, you can't say nothing against your opponent, regardless you the right or the wrong. That's
so
snitching.
He don't identify as a street nigga no more. He said the streets.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
You could do whatever the fuck you want. Like, all right,
you can do whatever the fuck you want, but you can't. You can
do. He's not picking and choosing. He's telling you he's not a street guy.
Bro,
I don't even like boy. It don't matter. And this is the part that me and Troy Ave don't get along. We not cool. We don't none of that. I told him how I felt. He told me how he felt. And Troy Ave is still fuck you. You a bitch to me. But keeping it 100, see I'll be crying. Keeping it all the way 100, he was not on street nigga timing when it happened. And somebody put it in perspective for me. I'm not saying he's ready for taking a stand. I don't think I would have did it, but I'm not in that position, so I can't speak on it. I'll say this: the nigga went there to go to work. That was his show. He was working. He was an employee at that moment. He was not on street nigga time. It wasn't outside. It wasn't. He was going in the green room at his show. Tax Stones, who did not have to go to that show, went there with intentions to have issues with boy. And what happened. So at the end of the day, in the long term, you kind of could say it was self-defense because he was defending himself at work. He didn't go there looking for him. Taxstone went there looking for Troy Ave. So you saying like niggas, and the thing is, and best keep it in 100. You not a street nigga, so we can't like you cannot tell the rules of what the niggas supposed.
Let me say this, right? When a rapper does a show, right? They go perform, right? And the niggas snatch their chain. Do we expect them to act like street niggas or civilians now?
Again, it depends on who you asking. If you at a show and you're working and your shit gets snatched and police or security beat that motherfucker up or get your shit, you not pussy, you working. Is he not working? It's not like he was outside and the nigga snatched his chain and then he was doing whatever he was doing and then it went down that way. It's different scenarios for different shit.
So cool. You're gonna allow this nigga to rap about I'm not a street nigga again.
Bro, a bunch of these niggas rap about shit that they don't do. Niggas rap about bodies they don't catch every day.
So you basically say so you could turn it on and off whenever you want to.
Nigga, this rap shit is not real. Like, what the fuck do niggas get? This shit is fake. It's entertainment. It's not real. Niggas rap about shit that they don't do every day. Bro, one of my favorite rappers, Jadakiss, said, when a coke come in, we gotta use the skills that they weigh the wheels with. If you was getting that much cocaine to sell, nigga, why is you rapping? Niggas be lying. Niggas make all these little drill niggas rap about niggas they did not kill. Most of them. Probably like 5% of these niggas caught bodies. Rest of these niggas ain't do shit. Chicago niggas rap about niggas they wasn't doing shit, dude. They just rapped about this and that niggas. They could go city to city to city to city to city. Niggas rap about shit they did not do. None, like a bunch of these niggas. All the way back to the beginning of hip hop. How many niggas you know right now rapping about putting a bitch in a Rolls Royce? Excuse my language, ladies. Put a woman in a Rolls Royce. And these niggas is walking on their 2 feet. That's their only means of transportation. Niggas be lying. This shit is fake. The minute niggas start understanding this shit is a lie, and right now is the most realest rappers in the history of rappers, for real. But even now, a lot of this shit is a lie. Troy Ave can rap all that shit he wants to. He's in a studio being a studio thug. All right, cool. He might have sold a little dope here and there. Cool. That's what's up, my nigga. Niggas, a bunch of niggas are studio thugs. Fuck it. What are we gonna really say to make it different? Like we think niggas gonna rap about something that they have to do it. That's fucking stupid, nigga. Everybody know your face. Why would I expect a rapper that is plastered everywhere to actually go out there and shoot somebody? Like, if you really make it make sense in a court of law, like you thinking about street shit, street culture, in a court of law, why would a rapper who's the headliner of the show and we know he's gonna be here, all this shit is going on, gonna actively shoot up his own show and fuck up his money? Why would he do that? That's what we gotta convince the jury now. Niggas gotta get out the whole street shit, bro, and it be mad niggas that don't be in the streets. Like, come on, bro, fuck that shit. I don't even like the nigga. I don't like Troy Ave. Me and Troy Ave is not cool. I don't have nothing for him, you feel me? But at the same time, somebody brought it to my attention to look at it that way, and they right. Does it not make him a street nigga in street culture? Absolutely. But fuck it. How many real niggas we know sitting down for something that they didn't do? And now they girl out here fucking, they kids getting raised by some other nigga, all kinds of dumb shit. They come home to no money. They niggas is bums. And now it's just, I was a real nigga and I held it down. I'm not telling niggas to snitch. I never told on nobody in my life. Ever. But I'm saying either you have a choice to do whatever the fuck you want to do when you in them situations. If everybody shut up, y'all go home. If somebody tells, most niggas go home, but somebody got to sit down. That's the reality of the situation.
I can see you coming from that perspective.
Yeah. Troy Ave getting money, bro. Like,
that's why it's okay to be yourself, kids.
It's okay to be yourself. I'm gonna say this a third time. I do not fuck with Troy Ave. Nigga know how I feel about him. I've been trying to do celebrity boxing, whatever. I want to put hands on boy, for real. But nigga, he did what he thought he needed to do. And the shit is when you in the streets, snitching is part of that shit. Niggas will tell on you if they can. Fuck it. You signed up for it. Very few niggas are loyal enough to shut the fuck up where everybody go home. There's statements a lot of times in these fucking cases.
Big thug.
Amen.
What else we got?
Do you guys hear about Otto?
Lotto,
What happened with Lotto?
She pulled a John Morant. No, not really, but she.
Was on live with guns.
So yeah, she got caught at the airport with a loaded gun.
That was stupid.
And
Yeah,
it's
he the
crazy.
only one.
That's
Mike Epps did
the
too.
Joel Santana for real, because Joel did that shit. That's why he went to jail.
I remember when that shit happened.
Mike Epps did that junk too.
But it's honestly, right? You could fly with a firearm. You just gotta have it in a fucking lockbox. It's that simple. As long as you're not going to if you're not going to New York or California or something, you go to a state where they allow you to have guns. You take your clip out, you put it separate. You put your clip there. It could be a loaded clip, as long as nothing is in the head and nothing is in the where you put your clip, insert your clip at for your firearm. As long as that's empty, put it in a lockbox. You have your gun in the open position. You feel me? Where we could actually like clean it and shit, lock it, and boom, lock the lockbox, and they let you right through. TSA. I'll fly with guns. So this is not something that's impossible to do. So I don't know why she did what she
did. Don't be
did.
having their own gun license. These niggas be buying guns
But
off
you
the
don't
street.
need it. Depending on where you live, you don't need one.
Yeah. That's a fact.
You don't need one. Like if you're flying from Vegas to Texas, you don't need one. It just depends on.
What?
Yep, they don't register out here either. So like,
wait, you don't need a what?
You don't need You don't need a concealed carry license. All I need is my driver's license, and I can buy the guns that I want. I need a concealed license carry. I need a concealed carry license if I want to conceal my gun. Only thing I have, if I have a firearm on me and I don't have one, I just have to have mine open. So I have to have my holster on my hip where it's visible. That's it.
What?
That's it. And in Texas, I think in Texas or Georgia, one of them two, you don't even need a license to conceal carry. You could have it inside you feel me, without a license. That's because that's what the state is on. So I have mine. That's why I'm never leaving here. If I buy a house, it'll probably be in Texas, but I'm probably gonna live in Vegas forever.
But I'm saying though, like if you do go to a different state, you can't have that shit.
It depends on the state. Like I said, New York, like them Democratic states, New York, California, and stuff like that, where they're heavy on that, then it's harder to fly in with it. But you could fly to Michigan. You could fly to Detroit with a gun. No problem. You could fly to Pennsylvania with a gun. No problem. New Jersey, not so much. It just depends on what state you're going to and what the laws are. Yep, and the CCW in Nevada is $100, which I'm about to actually go buy after I get my passport this week.
Let's talk about YB versus India.
Hold on, before we get to YB versus India, I just got to get this off because we are in Vegas and Las Vegas library. Y'all some fuck niggas because y'all there's no reason that y'all should have had Guns in the Library event featuring Kyle Rittenhouse as your guest speaker. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. We're going to highlight that being some bullshit. It happened this past week. I forgot to talk about it earlier last week. That was when we did our show last week. But I remember finding it, and he was the guest speaker on March 13th at one of the Las Vegas libraries for a Guns in the Library event. And that was, to me, that was corny as hell. Because y'all giving this man a platform to make money off for doing something, or for doing some fuckery. Because he was underage. He went over state lines with a gun, trying to do some shit. I ain't saying not to be patriotic or whatever the fuck you feel like it may be, but he took some people's lives in a situation he didn't have to be in because it had nothing to do with him. So yeah, fuck that. Fuck Kyle. Fuck Las Vegas Library right now, man. And I used to work with him, but that's corny as hell. And before we get to that, let's talk some music because I feel like we started with too much drama too early.
The music been trash lately. I'm not gonna hold you, bro.
Huh?
I said music ain't been here like that.
Nah, I'm so I don't know if you've seen what B-Dot said. He said New York City rappers used to have fly lifestyle rappers. What happened? New York City rappers used to put listeners on to the coolest cars, brands, spots, etc. It felt aspirational. Now newer artists, it's missing on a prominent level. It's missing on a prominent level. How do y'all feel about that? Talking about New York City specifically. We're not talking about
I ain't gonna lie.
the
You gotta
state.
think about it.
We're not talking about the state. Because we know West Side Gunning what them niggas be doing in the underground cast who be talking that fly shit. We talking about the popular New
I'm
York
gonna
rappers
with
today.
you. Right now, it goes. You know how this junk goes. Every generation is what kind of influences the world. Like, you know, when you was your age, this was popping at the time. Right now, we live in a world where drill is heavily influenced because it's easy to become a drill rapper. Like, it's the easiest thing to do. There's a couple dads get down with the gang and that go and get you 200 views. That's what the girls want to listen to. Everybody wants a thug nigga. The niggas want to listen to her gang.
I don't think everybody want to hear that shit.
Most of the world right now loves drill right now. Like the dances that come with it, like the K Flocks, they all locked up or they dead right now, bro. The Cheeky from Florence, it just showed this is a Cheeky from Florence. I know you said not New York State as a whole, but Cheeky got such a big influence on my age bracket. I want to say like 24 and below that everybody.
But Chief Keef rapped about fly shit too. It wasn't always about niggas dying. Foreign Cards is not about killing ops. It's about being a fly nigga driving foreign cars.
And I'm sorry, he's saying smoking Tuka, all that.
Yeah, but he still was talking that I'm a true religion fiend. Like he was talking fly shit now. He wasn't just talking about, like he was talking street shit, but he also talked about getting money being fly. New York, granted, Chief Keef influenced niggas, feel me? Every generation has been influenced by somebody. Yeah. But damn, nigga, like, yo, Fashion Week happens in New York City, my nigga. The last nigga that was kind of talking that fly shit for New York for real was Pop Smoke.
ASAP. Who?
Pop Smoke, out of the new niggas. Pop Smoke.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Pop Smoke. ASAP always talk that fly shit. He's still talking that fly shit. But now, dudes is coming up, and ASAP is from my era. ASAP, Joey Badass. Niggas was getting fly. Now niggas want to get a gun with a switch on it. Damn, my nigga, you don't want to go down to Fifth Avenue and go shop in a Louis store and do it big one time? Y'all niggas be scamming to go buy guns with switches. How about you scam and go and smack the Louis store real quick? Like, nigga, be fly, bro. Like, you want to get fly. You want to sit there and try to be the toughest nigga on the block. Damn, nigga, you could move off the block, bro. You could be shopping on Fifth Avenue. You could live in Jersey. You could be getting money.
They see what King Von had going on.
And King Von, no funny shit, bro. King Von is dead, bro. Not even being funny.
And I know that, but look at King Von and Youngboy.
Look at Christy about to go crazy. And I like King Von, but King Von is not with us no more. Like, my thing is this: do you want to be a martyr or do you want to be living this shit, bro? So look at Chief Keef living, bro. Living.
All these little niggas came out under the umbrella. You OTF, you GB, you go.
But niggas, Kodak Black was on that street nigga time. Look at Kodak now. Nigga, Kodak be out there wearing suits and shit. Chilling.
Kodak always been on that time, but Kodak always been on some street shit too.
But Kodak wanna he on some nigga. I want to live and be fly. A lot of these niggas want to talk that shit because they never been behind the wall. They never had their freedom taken from them. That shit is whack and that shit is corny, bro. Y'all niggas is 20 years old and y'all still worry about dying and other niggas. Y'all niggas ain't even fucking get on the fucking plane to go see some badass women in another state. Niggas is weird. I be worried about other men. That shit is crazy to me. When I wake up in the morning, my first thought is not my ops. I pray to Allah and I start drinking some tea, smoking a spliff, and think about how much of a good day I'm gonna have, nigga. These niggas wake up in the morning and listen to Lil Durk and NBA Youngboy and start thinking about their ops. Listen, bro, that's a little sassy to me. It's a little flagrant to me. You feel me? It's a little sugar in your tank, if you ask me.
Not if you listen to their music no more. I ain't gonna say that.
The first thing you do in the morning is you listen to music that make you in a negative mind space so you can think about niggas that you don't like. It's a little fruity, man.
I ain't gonna call it fruity.
It's fruity. Hey, listen, you cannot call it fruity. Listen, y'all can run up on me, and I promise you, you gonna end up how your ops want to treat you fucking with me. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Y'all niggas be thinking about the wrong shit. Y'all don't be thinking about money. Y'all don't be thinking about chilling with a lady. Y'all wake up thinking about how can I make this other man I don't like mad today? That is very weird behavior. Unusual. Like, it's obsessive, compulsive. Like, niggas don't like niggas and they make fake pages to watch niggas they don't like live. That's weird, bro. That's crazy. Like, and going back to the New York shit, it's too much fly shit going on in New York for you to not want to talk fly shit, bro.
But you gotta think about it. Who's paying attention? Like, when I say who,
you say who, nigga. Listen, when I was coming up, even my little brothers now, them niggas, my little brothers be on that fashion wave heavy. Them niggas wear the Scooby sweaters and they want to wear Dior's and all this shit. Niggas is 16. So it's little niggas focused on that shit. The niggas that niggas highlight from New York be them little bum dirty niggas that don't got nothing else to live for or nothing to do but drill. That shit is corny.
That's the easiest way to grow a fan base.
Absolutely, it is the easiest way. You know why? Because niggas be falling for the fuckery. You know why? Because it's easy to be like I said, my favorite rapper growing up was DMX. You know what they said about why when DMX and Jay-Z, they used to say niggas not going like DMX, they going like Jay. Niggas wanna drive like Jay. Niggas wanna have the platinum-ness like Jay. And what Leo told Dame was, but it's only a few. No, not Leo. Excuse me. What Irv Gotti told Dame was, it's only a few niggas that actually sold 90 bricks and could understand what Jay's talking about. Most of the world is like DMX. DMX was the grimy, broke, dirty nigga that'll rob you and fuck you up. That's what most of the world is like. And we need a balance because there's too much dirty nigga music going on right now. There's very few player niggas that's talking about getting money and living a lifestyle. And that's where the disconnect is. These little niggas don't got no hope because the only hope is making songs like Naughty Bop. That shit is whack. That shit is whack, bro. When ASAP came out, ASAP wasn't rich. That nigga was talking about Rick Owens and McQueens and all that shit and pesos, bro. That made niggas want to get fly. Niggas wasn't rich, bro. Niggas wanted to get fly.
But you know who you gotta also blame them for this? The females too, bro. It's not just.
I'm not blaming the women.
Always do this.
You always want to blame the women. Why you? It's Women History Month, Best. We not blaming the ladies today, man.
Watch this. What's our art kill? Yeah, art. Christine, who's in your playlist?
Well, we're not going playlist. We're not going off. We're going off with. Bro, I'm not.
Christine, all I asked you was who's in your playlist, bro.
I just added 2C to my playlist.
Who do you listen to? Who are your favorite rappers, bro? Cue the buck.
Okay, so I like, you know what type of music I listen to.
Yeah, and you're not the only one. Like Christy, you like 24, 25, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so a lot of the people my age bracket listen to that. Bro, King Juan been dead for over 2 years, bro. Niggas still think he the best rapper right now, bro.
I feel bad for them.
Most females love Summer Walker. Like, that's what all females listen to.
Summer Walker and Sister is toxic too. And Janae. But it just sounds better.
Yeah, they don't want you to love. They be like,
that's cap. See, and that be the problem, bro. Like, and no funny shit, right? Because I hate getting into this men gotta lead shit. Y'all gotta stop letting women tell y'all niggas how to be men and what they want. Sometimes you gotta sit there and be like, yo, listen, fuck all that shit you talk about. We about to go do this and this. Because you talk about some young, stupid nigga shit. I watch 40-year-old women share posts or talk about a teenager's going to Cancun. Bitch, what is wrong with you? You a grown-ass woman. What did you think? What's on your mouth out right now that you think about this weird shit? Hold on, listen. Because you never had a man show you a good time. So let me show you a good time. Get these fantasies out your head. Let's go to dinner. Let's go do this. Let's go do things that I like to do because clearly you haven't experienced this shit. So I'm going to live my life that I live. And it's a really good life and it's really fun. But I'm going to show you how we do this shit too. Now, if you're not ready for this, I got to let you go. Like, nigga, y'all be letting women try to, and I'm not saying don't listen to your women. That's not what I'm saying at all. But y'all be letting women dictate to y'all how to be yourselves. You're not going to get nobody worse shit if you're sitting there trying to be who you think they want you to be. Be who you need to be.
Niggas be here for a good time, not a long time. So
no, niggas be there trying to get attention, bro. Niggas is attention whores because why can you not be who you want to be and still fuck with the same women? Oh, she like gangster niggas, so what? Oh, she like nerd niggas, so what? Teach her something. She gonna fuck with you. If you're a real nigga, if you're a real man, you a real human being, you doing what you gotta do. I talk to shorties that listen to King Von all day. When they get in my car, turn that shit the fuck off. I don't want to hear that shit. Why you saying turn it off? Because I don't want to be in that mind space because the shit he's talking about. Let's go put this on.
Social media is a big influence, bro.
Because niggas allow that shit, bro. I'm not honestly all that shit you saying is excuses. You allow that shit in there because you don't got to get on Instagram the first thing we wake up. You don't got to get on Instagram for 10 hours a day or Facebook. Don't. You can live your life. Everything start right here, bro.
We grew up with social media for I know y'all.
I did too, nigga. I grew up from the beginning of this shit, bro. I grew up from the beginning of this shit. I was there when Facebook started. I was there on AIM. I was there on all that shit. I'm not that much older than you, bro.
I know, but my generation is the last generation to really come outside for real.
No, y'all niggas wasn't outside because by the time when you was a kid, nigga, you was.
I'm talking about outside, like just going like playing Foursquare, all them jump rope games.
Y'all niggas barely did that shit. You did that for like 3 years, bro.
Oh, bro, I still did it.
3 years, bro, and you wasn't even that old. You was like 6.
No, I was.
By the time you was 7, Facebook and AIM was out, bro.
Yeah, but we was still outside.
Exactly, so it's different, nigga. Like I grew up, Facebook ain't become a thing for me, so I was like 13. 14, so it's different. But I understand what you're saying with that. You allowing social media to influence you is your own problem. Everything start with you. That's a choice, nigga. I know niggas your age that don't got shit.
Hey, shout out to them.
You don't gotta answer your phone, bro. When you like, again, this goes back to niggas not going outside. Y'all want to be behind screens all day, and the only time y'all go outside is to party and get drunk and do shit. Nigga, spend time with yourself, nigga. For real, spend time with yourself. Figure out what the things you like to do that don't include other people. Figure out what you like to eat. Pray. Read. Niggas don't be doing that shit. Only thing niggas read is other niggas' statuses about being depressed. You might not even be depressed or have anxiety, but you reading other niggas' shit. Now that energy is on you. Fuck reading that shit, nigga. Read some, like, go read some literature, nigga. Go experience the world. Go hiking, nigga. Breathe fresh air. Don't be in 2K in a room full of smoke all day. Niggas be trying to use all this shit as excuses, bro. Man, that shit is weird. And we could get to NBA Youngboy in India. Like, even them being a topic, that shit is corny. But this is a podcast, so we got to talk about this shit because niggas make the weirdest shit obsessive.
Social media. Youngboy's my age. Youngboy like probably like a month older than me. He grew up with the social media shit. But everything I do is social media.
Yeah, you need to worry about getting a tour together, man. Niggas so obsessed with Little Dirt. That nigga don't like you, and you don't like him. So why do you care about what's going on in his personal life?
Again, it goes back to we gotta get the one up on the ops.
Niggas that is obsessive behavior, and that is sassy. Niggas I don't like, I don't know about. I don't care what you doing. It's not my business. I don't fuck with you. Niggas be worried about the ops, but then they don't want to do nothing for a woman. Niggas invest all their time and energy finding out about the ops, but you can't even take your girl out to eat. You a fucking weirdo.
Hey, even yesterday, I was at the bar and niggas want to fight, and there's bitches in the venue, bro. Like, niggas
is
like,
what in the venue best?
So what happened?
Is what in the venue best?
Females,
women, it's women in the venue, man.
Women and women,
some beautiful women in it. So it looked a little nice in there. You feel me? Not my cup of tea. They're a little too young for me because I feel like all the women under 25.
This is after the Q event. This is after like this at the bar East Ave. Niggas want to talk about shooting it up because it's female. But that's another thing. Niggas, if there's females in there, niggas want to act so gangster for these females. You got niggas acting like
niggas again. We talking about a bunch of weirdo niggas that are not comfortable being themselves. Be yourself.
And look at the group chat. Look who I'm on text chat. Look whose name on text chat, bro. Ain't nobody. He crazy for that.
Oh wow, Vis.
Look at the name on the text chat. Talk about shooting the thing up, bro. You see the name?
Weirdo timing.
He just came. Christy, you see the name?
I see.
Like I said, bro. My thing is this, man. Everybody's so gangster, so this, so that, so stay your ass in jail, bro. Enjoy life, man. Life's too beautiful, man.
But niggas be like, I don't play like that. He ain't about to assault me like.
Niggas be worried about what other niggas think too. Yo, bro, you see how I handle my shit, bro. You can say what you want on the internet. We can have a conversation. This is where I'm gonna be at, bro. If that's what we on. That's what we on. That's it. I'm not doing nothing in front of no female. You have an open invitation. I'm out there with women right now. I'm not focused on you. Like, I'll catch you slipping later.
With my age bracket, that made niggas want to go even crazy because now as females, now I gotta put on the show. I don't want to look like a bitch.
I see, and that's not cute from a female perspective. I mean, if it comes down to that, but if you're making it a problem,
You gotta think about it. Niggas that care about female thing. Niggas be like, oh, she gonna think I'm a bitch, and girls be like, I don't want no nigga that I want to like how Jada Witter said. I want a nigga that got play guns and tote.
Yo, y'all be listening to these I don't know why y'all be listening to these
I'm
niggas,
just saying,
bro.
this was going on.
Yo,
though.
and she gonna play with guns and do all that shit, and as soon as you go to jail, she's gonna fuck the next man. And it may be a nigga that got a regular ass job. Why? Because it's safetyness, it's security, and all that shit. My nigga, I be chilling. You think I don't have guns? I have guns too. I don't have to show. I'm not doing a job on rant, nigga, on the internet. Nah, I am chilling. I'll be making videos, cooking and shit. But right up in my crib if you like to. You gonna have a rude awakening. Like the fuck, nigga? You don't have to do all that shit on the internet. People that gotta convince other motherfuckers that there's something usually aren't that thing.
Right, I agree.
I don't gotta convince you shit. You don't gotta believe nothing. You can think I'm the pussiest thing in the world. All that. Come find out.
Right.
Come find out, bro.
And that's why I think, like, even though I mentioned it earlier with the Lotto thing, it's just why. Because, like, even I heard she just came out on the remix of I Got
Shorty
My
Storm from
Mr.
Chicago.
Yeah, and then she was talking about some, I forgot my Glock in the airport.
Right,
Like,
it's cool. It's cool. Everybody wants to be from the hood right now, bro.
like,
My
But it's
nigga,
cool.
but
Like, you remember how you said there's a bunch of job Morants?
yeah, it is, especially Bishop Kearney ones. Once I graduate from there.
Like, bro, everybody that went to school in Birds, they had to wait in the street, bro.
And it's a difference too, because it's like you don't have to be in the street to know how to shoot a gun or be educated, or you could have grown up.
Yo, man, listen.
Niggas go join gangs, bro, at 19. At the
niggas is goofy. Those is goofs. Them niggas is weird. And anybody that don't like how I'm saying that, y'all can suck my dick. You was a weirdo. That's what I'm on. I don't respect none of you niggas. I don't respect none of you niggas. And I haven't said SMD in man long, so I feel like I should have got that off with somebody. Those are the niggas I'm gonna get that off on. You feel me? Niggas is goofy and weird. I think anybody that don't got their own mind is goofy. Anybody that got a groupthink mentality, you is a weirdo. You don't have to, you don't gotta do nothing.
Yeah. Cause I mean, and you gotta think of it. You got like celebrities and shit that have bodyguards and all of that who have guns way bigger than people have out here, and you don't see them putting on their story, the guns.
They're not as influential though. Like, it's not cool to be certain niggas. Like Will Smith, it's not cool what Will Smith did, bro. Like, it's not cool what Chris Rock did. Like, I heard a nigga say Chris Rock let a nigga smack him. You was with a crash out. That's how niggas think. You was with a crash out.
And all of them niggas is like under 25 with mush for brains. I'm not letting nobody under 25 tell me how to live my life, bro. First of all, I'm not letting nobody tell me how to live my life, but y'all niggas ain't have enough experiences in the world. Chris Rock, you telling a man that's worth anywhere between $10 and $20 million to boom a nigga at the fucking Oscars. Are you fucking stupid?
What you say it like that?
At the Oscars in Hollywood, nigga, where the FBI and all these motherfuckers is there at security. Like, this is how you know niggas never experienced. I'd have boomed them, because you live on this dirty ass side street where police don't ride by. Dumbass nigga. Where the fuck is Will Smith gonna go after he booms somebody on TV?
Chris Rock.
Where's Chris Rock gonna go after he booms somebody on TV? Please tell me. Not you, Bess. This is a rhetorical question for the stupid niggas out there. I'm gonna get low and get out the country. Where are you flying out the country? You think you're gonna drive to the border of Mexico and just get by? No, nigga, y'all niggas watch too much Narcos. Y'all niggas is bugging. Stop watching Power. No, don't stop. Keep watching Power. But stop believing in that shit is real.
That's a fact.
Stop believing that shit is real. Y'all niggas is not getting away with shit, bro. Like, niggas is not, the police is stupid, but they not, like, if you do some wild shit, they not that stupid. They not that stupid. And most of these niggas be doing this dumb shit and telling on themselves on Clubhouse and all these other apps. That's why y'all go to jail. Niggas is not snitching on y'all. Y'all stupid.
Yeah, almost as I ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna let you get
Also, niggas try to kill my boy, man. Niggas try to kill my boy. Kawhi Leonard for his New Balances that he pulled out.
This is fire. I don't even lie to you.
Those was the New Balance Babe collection joints. I don't know, niggas might not be fly. They might not know about fashion, but those was fire. Shout out to Ja. Shout out to Kawhi. God damn, we was talking about Ja Morant's. Shout out to Kawhi. And I need those, but my size, they want $710 for those. And I be buying shoes, but I ain't never paid $700 for some New Balances in my life. That's kind of crazy. You said what now?
$710?
$710 for a size 12 and a half. Yeah. But it's the Babe collabo, so I understand why. And that's not the resale price. That's only now because they got them on StockX and GOAT. So, niggas trying to smack niggas over the head with prices and shit. If I could find them at Flight Club, I might be able to get them a little bit lower. But yeah,
So they about his sneakers?
Yeah, they try to say, who is these niggas? I don't even want to mention these niggas, but fuck them. Rap House TV, you niggas, because I could tell you niggas is some unfly niggas. Where y'all niggas from, bro? Y'all niggas got to be from like Montana or some wild shit like that. Niggas said Kawhi getting flamed after pulling up in these New Balance shoes. That was a Babe collab. I'm like, yo, you cannot be from a fly city. You cannot be from a city where they have high-end fashion. You got to be from like Nebraska or some wild shit where y'all niggas just don't get fly. You feel me? You live in the cornfields because who was flaming New Balance Babe collection shoes? I don't know if y'all seen them.
I seen them.
It's fire. And the fit wasn't bad either. It was a calm fit. Feel me? So,
Kawhi, bro, a perfect example. The fact that Kawhi is not on social media and all that extra junk is rare. Like the people look at him and like, what's wrong with Kawhi, bro?
Because niggas don't want to share their whole life with niggas, man.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. They look at Kawhi like, yo, does he speak? Like, it's like, and that's how it's really supposed to be. Like, you never see Kawhi in drama. That's because he don't invite it though, like these other niggas do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he won the rare forms.
So we got a few minutes left. One thing I was gonna ask.
Oh yeah, before we go, are you a Barbie, Christine?
I knew you was going. I was trying to avoid this topic, but I knew Best was gonna get here. Let's go, Best.
Are you a Barbie, Christine?
Are you a Barb? Not a Barbie, a Barb.
Fuck
A Barb?
Yeah.
I like Nicki Minaj.
But
I don't know. I don't think so. Not to that.
Okay, because I don't feel like arguing for too long. Fuck Nicki Minaj, she's a hater.
Yo, listen, that was Best.
I said it.
That was Ball Out Best. That was not Vis Swoops. That was not Christine, controversial Christine. That was Ball Out Best that said that about Nicki. Nicki, yes. I'm from the Bronx. You know I love you. You from Queens. So it's New York in the house. Ain't no hate. Feel me? Q60 take it to your side. You feel me? I got no problem with Nicki Minaj. Barbs, don't come after me.
You gotta stop, bro. She hating on all my futures. You feel me? Like, she hating on Mulatto. I let that shit slide. But now you hating on Megan. You was a hater.
Listen, Cardi, I love you. Nicki, I love you. Kim, I love you. Foxy, I love you. Ice Spice, I love you too. Feel me? I don't have nothing to say about none of y'all. Y'all put on for New York. And the biggest artist that's been coming out of New York recently, out of the borough specifically, has been the women. Shout out to A Boogie too, though. But the women, for real, they been putting on. So shout out to all the women putting on. I don't got nothing to say about
I don't like the fact y'all try to skill with the power. I said she's hating. Y'all not gonna ask how she hating.
Listen,
y'all don't want to.
She is gatekeeping because she was been on top for a long time before Cardi came into the drink. I'm gonna say she's gatekeeping. She was putting on for the women for a very long time.
Well, they say you touching 40. Well, he said get out the industry. You touching 40. Yeah, get out the industry, bro.
Lil Durk is 30-something years old. He not too far from 40 himself. So you gotta relax.
Nah, all right, nigga, I was touching 50. Get out the streets. Lil Durk not touching none of that.
Nicki not 50. She's not near 50 though.
Like 40.
She's not. She's barely 40. She's barely on 30s actually. She's not 40.
44.
Exactly.
44.
Nicki's 44.
Yeah.
She is not 40.
She's 40. She just turned. Nicki is 40, bro.
She looks 44.
No, she don't. Yo, you gotta chill. Yo, we're not gonna do. Listen, I'm not even a ball, man, but we're not gonna do no Nicki Slaying on here, man. Shout out to Nicki Minaj, man.
Yo, BestsPointOfViewTV percent.
And her last song was fire. That shit was hard. I'm not even gonna fake.
I'm playing Gorilla before I play Nicki.
I'm not.
Anyway, how?
I'm not.
Who the fuck bitches? They was me now.
Talk your shit. Yeah, go ahead, Christy. But you got to understand, Nicki only doing what she know. When she came into the industry, the women before her wasn't making it easy. Outside of Missy and them that showed the love. So she just doing what she know. Like, I'm not just passing her the torch. Easy, bitch, you got to show me something. Excuse my language, lady. I'm just saying that if that's how Nicki's mentality is. Not me calling y'all bitches. But yeah, I'm not mad at it because she has been doing it and she's been dominant with it. And she for some
I'm not. Nicki Minaj is the best female rapper. I never say that way, but personality wise, I could touch her.
But this is a combat sport. This is a blood sport. Rap ain't for the. What you mean? Niggas not buddy. Fuck you mean? We not like.
Cardi B not a hater, bro.
Cardi B don't be hating, but Cardi B not gonna get on a song with another woman and think she gonna and not be ready to take her head off.
No, I'm not. I have no problem with that.
And Nicki is competitive. She's just saying, nigga, y'all, it's cool, but you're not me.
But you see what I'm talking about? She talking about Megan still trying to be like her because of her hairstyle. Shut the fuck up.
But
you was a fucking hater. Why are you worried about her?
Well, you want to say Nicki influenced a lot of how the women today look? Is she not one of the biggest influencers? Lil' Kim did it to a certain extent, but
Nicki, if she's not gonna give Lil' Kim her credit, I'm not giving.
She does give Kim her credit for that. But you gotta. She does. And we'll talk about how she dresses. But Nicki went even further with it because she was dressing in shit that Katy Perry started wearing. Like, Nicki's influence went beyond hip hop and went pop.
So, she's one of the greatest female rappers. I'm not taking that away from you. I'm talking about personality wise, what she portrayed to the internet or what I see on the internet. She's a hater.
She's catty. She's catty. I won't call her a hater though.
Like, she be hating on
what you saying?
And why you arguing a lot? Or you 40 years old?
It don't matter. Yo, what the fuck do age got to do with that? Y'all gotta stop doing that. What you say, Christine?
On some real shit though, just like our episode with Jeffrey, a lot of people didn't watch the whole episode, called Swoops a hater. But they don't know him personally, and if they watch the whole shit, they would see how many times that Swoops gave Jeffrey props before that point. It's just like, we don't know these people personally. We never will.
I said what she put on the internet.
But then you can't call her a hater when she shout out Ice Spice.
Because Ice Spice don't got no chance to be better than her.
That's ever. It ain't about being better. Because it's not about viewing her as a threat. It's just about she's not jacking certain shit.
Shout out to Lotto, shout out to Gorilla, shout out to Cardi B.
She wasn't jacking the fact that Lotto got a nomination from the Grammy for something when Nicki be getting slighted. It wasn't It wasn't an issue with Lotto. It was she was used Lotto as an example, and it's the truth.
Hey, work harder.
It's not work harder. It's just political.
That's no best. We not gonna have all
you got too much Nicki hating you. Yo, listen, all the sleazes, that's best. I ain't got nothing to do with me. You feel me? I ain't got nothing. Listen, that's Queen Sleaze. You gotta think about it best. Bro. She don't just got the bars. You gotta go to New York City sometime, nigga.
Fuck them.
Yeah, all right, nigga. All right, nigga.
Yo,
I'll do what I can. I do what I can. It's not about where Cardi B from, bro. Like, Nicki is part of something bigger than herself, nigga. You might want to chill how you move around, nigga. It ain't about just the bars, nigga. She connected in other ways. You gotta chill how you talk about her, man. Trying to help you, man. You gotta maneuver around that city.
Woo. You team Cardi over here.
Listen, man. We're not gonna do no divvying up, man. I love Cardi. That's my sister, you know. Big Bronx in the building, but we love Nicki too, man. They just don't see eye to eye. We're not gonna be dividing black women up during Women's History Month. You feel me?
Yeah, you're right. Let's just say this. Let's say my pin for Nicki for beginning next month. I'm still feel the same way. And bro, when she came around McMill, he started becoming a cornball. So now she's my favorite rapper.
What was I about to get into? Yo, what do y'all do, right? So y'all driving, y'all don't got no money. Not say y'all don't have no money. They don't have any cash on hand or change on hand. Because, you know, a lot of times we like to use Apple Pay, our cards and stuff in today's day. And you see someone who looks like they're low down, maybe asking for some change or something. What do y'all do in those situations? If y'all don't have nothing to do, what do y'all do?
I'll just catch you on the bro. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. If I don't got it, I can't help you. Like, what you want me to do, bro? Like,
I'm asking. I'm just asking.
Nah, I'm just gonna have to catch you on another go round. Hopefully, if I come back and you still out here, I could get some cash for you, maybe. I ain't no douchebag, but like if I don't got it, I don't got it. Like I'm just like, damn, I don't got it, and move on. Hopefully the next person helps out and they got it. Somebody gonna help.
So, Christine, what do you do?
I agree. Like I might have to catch you a different time. I ain't really shit I could do at that point. Usually I'm in a motherfucking rush anyways.
That's correct. So I do one of three things. I usually have water in my car. Sometimes I grab food on the go, so I have some food around. Or I'll on the third thing, because it was a video I seen this man asking for money because he just wanted to get high. He wanted to smoke some weed. He needed a dime. So I either give some. I usually have a clip rolled in my car. I don't always smoke in my car, but I might have one just in case when I get to where I'm going. If I see it and they look like they needed a little bit more than me, I'll hand them a joint. Okay? Go get high, my nigga. You feel me? You can use that.
I used to give them food, but I heard it's not a good idea to give food because I heard one time somebody got sick off of giving a homeless person food and they trying to blame it on him. So like
It's better to get them food than money, honestly. But
yeah, I'll go buy you food, but I'm talking if it's some shit I already had, I ain't gonna give you no leftover type shit. If it's like some fresh new shit, I'll give you some new shit.
you said the water out here? Yeah, I give water. But my favorite thing to do, I ain't gonna lie, if I see somebody look like they having a bad day, and sometimes I'll be really wanting to smoke my stuff, but I got more at home. Here's a drink, my nigga. I'm gonna just hand you some weed. Get right and take this bottle of water, and maybe your day will feel a little bit better.
It might make their day.
Listen, man, I remember when I was at McDonald's on what's that chain up there on Duke? Is it? What's that shit called? It's not Dewey. Not Upper Falls. Is McDonald's on Upper Falls?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not McDonald's. Burger King on where old boy got on Lyle, where somebody had got shot. I was going there to get something on a late night, and the dude was standing there asking for money. I'm like, listen, bro, I don't got no money for you, but you know what? Here's just half a spliff and some matches. And nigga was happy as hell. He smoked that spliff and walked right up. All right, cool. Have a good one.
That's what you see. You see what you just said. Somebody that at Burger King, like that's how bad my generation is right now. They come in a niggas' job, smoking them in the middle of the job on shift. Unfortunately, RP the boy though.
Mm-hmm. We got 2 minutes left. Anything y'all want to get up before we get out here?
RP to Lance Reddick from The Wire. He died recently.
RP to Bobby Caldwell, man. RP to Bobby Caldwell. You know that's White Soul right there. Y'all heard the song "Do for Love" by him many times. People thought he was black, but Bobby Caldwell was actually a white man with some soul. RP.
I ain't gonna lie, and another thing, I don't even want to speak on it. We gotta cancel Blueface and Christian Rock eventually, bro. This shit annoying at this point, bro. We gotta cancel them eventually. Like people really think that's real love.
Or you could just stop watching it or not watch it, because I don't know nothing about them.
That junk period. That junk end up on my timeline. I never once went on the internet and typed in Blueface and Christian Rock. That junk, I muted them on Twitter. And
that's all you gotta do. You can mute. You can say, "Don't show me content like this anymore." Yeah,
and then still pop up. That's the crazy thing.
Then I unfollow people because I don't want. Because if you into shit like that, you probably miserable. I'm cool.
But my whole generation is into shit. I be deleting everybody for days.
Or you know what I do? I just unfollow people's posts. I'll still be your friend on social media, but I'll unfollow your posts. I just don't want to see it. So if you've seen that I haven't been liking your shit, 9 times out of 10, I don't follow your posts. I mute your shit. Like, I don't want to see it.
I know he was going to say that.
I just don't want to see your shit. And if I really don't like you, I block you. Simple as that. But I'm petty because I blocked the woman that I was living with. So,
yeah,
because I was tired of seeing certain things.
Like Liz.
Yeah, I got called a weirdo for that. But it's like, nigga, you talking shit about me on here. Fuck out of here.
Oh, they going crazy on Facebook right now. Talk about the Q party.
Yeah, shout out to ZQ, man. He been doing the thing, young man.
They called a girl out for being stink. That's wild.
Oh, don't go to the pajama party stinking.
Ain't that bullying?
It is.
Bro, do y'all see what Facebook was doing on like Monday, Tuesday where that boy got exposed?
Listen, I don't want to know none of this stuff. I heard about it. It ain't on my algorithm. I don't care. My social media is not Rochester based anymore. So never was to begin with, but it's definitely not now. So
well, okay, Swoops.
I'm cool.
You know what I'm talking about?
I heard about it. I heard they had clubhouse rooms about it and everything. But I'm like,
I don't know about it. I was on Clubhouse. I was on Facebook.
I'm like, I'm cool because if y'all care about that too much, it's an issue. But we about to get the hell up out of here. It's a controversial Best and Swoop show. I'm here with my beautiful and lovely host, Christy. Controversial Christy. And the slowly maturing, need more hoes, and infamous Best, and yours truly, the overweight lover, the podcast sensation, the smoothest guy in the world, Vis Swoops. We about to get the hell up out of here. And shout out to our producer, Mike, because we could not do this show without him. And we getting the hell up out of here. And just unfollow and disconnect and stop following Krishan and Blueface because they weird as hell, man. We out of here.
You don't follow it in your time, man.